Okay, I'm trying not to come on the internet and cry because I don't want that to be my brand. But I am going through an awful breakup and I broke our known contact. I broke up with him. I really tried to make it work and he was just not in a place where he could give me what I wanted. I've heard that so many times at this point, and it's just like so frustrating because I think about that article from the woman in London, the Vogue London article, and how it's like embarrassing to have a boyfriend and all of that. And I know it's shock factor, but I think the underlining thing of all of this single women and dating right now is that women right now, we are doing the work on ourselves. We're going to therapy. We have hobbies. We're going to the gym. We're eating healthy. We have these rich social lives and women that are uplifting us and are killing it in our careers and feel so fulfilled in our life, and we want to find someone to share that with. And we're not looking for financial security. We're not looking for you to come save us, And I now find myself in these relationships where I'm trying to give that to someone else, and I can't. I can't do that. I can't be that for another person because then I leave feeling like this. I feel heartbroken, resentful, emotionally drained, and just exhausted. And now, hearing from this person, he's like, oh my God, thank you for everything. You've helped me see so many things and you've blah, blah, blah. And I'm just so grateful for you. And I want to write you this letter and all this. And I'm just like, I'm so happy that I could be that for you, but now I am left in shambles and I am having to get back to baseline. Whereas you are like, working on yourself and doing all these things that I came into the relationship like that, and I think a lot of women feel this way because it's like, guys, we're not asking for you to, wine and dine us and do the craziest things and treat us like the princess we are and blah, blah, blah. I mean, a little bit, but we're asking for you to do that work that we're already doing on ourselves. Because then when you come into relationships, it's just going to make things so much easier because we are aware of our flaws. We can work through them. We can communicate that. We can try and build something together. But when you're coming in and you're relying on that other person to take your emotional burden, and as women, we're caretakers. We love to do that. Like we will always do that for our partners. But it's at a point where it's like, I don't want to be your mom. I don't want to be your therapist because then not only am I doing all this for myself, I'm losing myself in that because I'm trying to help this other person and build this other person up. And that's not fair. You can't ask of that in relationships. I don't know. I'm right now, I'm just so frustrated because I'm trying to move on and do these things. And I'm like such a mess. And this other person is like healing and, all of this because of the relationship. And I'm trying to recover from this relationship. I don't know. It just makes me never want to date again.
Yeah, they always say this, man, but what they really want to do is share their ability to talk. We can talk forever. I really want to share my feelings, what I think about certain situations, and I want you to agree so we can just hype each other up and continue to agree on the same thing. But I'm not about to share my other resources, my house, my money, my cars, my 401k, none of that.
This man posted a video and said, when like a man who knows what he brings to the table isn't afraid to eat alone. And the comment section of women saying, yes, queen, like being sarcastic. Like someone said, who's gonna be the men? The amount of people who made comments like this was honestly concerning. Let me make this simple. You valuing yourself is you setting your price. If you set your value high, that means somebody needs to meet you there in order to afford you. If you think that your value's here, but you think that your man's value should be here, that's all he's able to give you, which means that's what you think you're worth as well. As a woman who knows your worth, why would you not want to be with a man who knows his? If that's the case, then you never understood the assignment. You don't really know the value of value.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these modern women think empowerment is only for them. They think leveling up and getting better in life is only for them. They think that they're the only ones doing it. So when a man speaks about his experience, then naturally they jump on his post acting silly.
Guys, men used to have to work so hard to see boobs, and you're showing them on TikTok for free, upside down, pretending that you're getting your eaten out or something. Guys.
Can a guy tell me why they can't just be like good and like help a girl out of like the goodness of their heart without like assuming something's gonna happen romantically between them? Okay, long story short, I literally have no one, so I asked a guy for help, okay? Just helping move something from point A to point B. And it's like, he assumed that like we were gonna get together. Like, what? And he's saying that he was like blindsided, all these things, and I'm like, dude, I literally thought you were doing this out of the goodness of your heart to help me. I'm like, why are you creating this image of me in your mind of like how something was gonna play out? Because he's like, you literally just told me that we need to see other people. I'm sorry, what? How are we seeing other people whenever we weren't even a thing? Oh my god, I literally am like baffled right now, and yeah.
The way y'all be talking about this stuff and acting like it's an existential crisis, y'all act like your grandmother just died. Go back in the house and set up your TV.
Being called a real man is deadass one of the most insulting things a woman could ever say to you. If you're being called a real man, there's like a 95% chance you're doing some sucker shit. You see, I noticed shorties only call a dude a real man if he's pandering, simping, or just doing something that greatly benefits her, usually at his own expense. When a man has standards, he's controlling. When a man doesn't want her acting ratchet, he's insecure. When a man is prioritizing his own well-being, he's narcissistic or egotistical. But when he's paying all her bills, he's a real man. When he's taking care of the 6 kids that she has with 7 different, he's a real man. Y'all see how that works?
Being called a real man by a woman, or more specifically a modern woman, this would be considered an insult. I did a similar video on this topic before, but I think men understand that when another man, especially what you would consider a real man, say, hey, that's a real dude, that's a real one, that's a real man, that's when we take pride maybe or admiration in that way. But if a woman says, oh, he's a real man, he's right, you need to check yourself and see, what am I doing that this woman is calling me a real man, especially if she's a modern woman? Because too many times when a woman says a real man, or when the phrase real man is used, is typically when a woman is talking about a man accepting less, a man settling, a man accepting something that most men would not accept. For example, a real man would take care of me and my 6 kids with no questions asked. That's what a real man would do. It's always a deficiency that the man is receiving in the scenario when these women call that man a real man.
When I talk about a real man, I'm talking about a man that's bold enough to accept my stupidity. I'm talking about a man that's going to throw caution to the wind, regardless of if there's alarm bells and alarms and all that stuff going off. His friends and his family, women and men, are telling them, do not do this. This is a terrible idea. Please do not. You will ruin your life. He's going to throw all of that to the side and say, but I love her. Simponomics, simponometry, Simpology 101, 102, and 103. You have now graduated with an MBA in Simpology. Congratulations. You're going to be earning $0 a year, but you will also be earning humiliation and embarrassment. Fantastic.
Why are women lying about their purity while men are lying about their status?
Again, kind of the same answer. I think that guys are praised for getting a lot of girls and girls are shamed on for getting with a lot of guys.
Why are women lying about their past while men are lying about their future?
Because men, it's standard for them or expected for them to have a good career, and I think girls can be ashamed of their past with men.
If women lie about their past to look traditional and men lie about their future to look successful, who's more deceptive?
Probably women. If we are lying about purity and like how many sexual partners we had, it's I think it's worse to lie about than the status and the money someone has. Yeah.
Why is that?
You could always get more money, but you can never unfuck someone.
It's a slippery slope. I mean, yeah, Yeah, you can always get more money. Yeah, I guess in theory that's true. But some of these people, they they not gonna get no money. They know they not gonna get no money. They know they lying. They know they lying.
I was talking to my guy friend yesterday and we were discussing this notion that a lot of girls don't want to build with guys because really often you see guys who are broke build and the girl will build with them and then he gets successful and leaves her for like a younger 24-year-old. She invested and wasted so much time and now she's older in the dating market, starting back at square one. At first, he didn't really see where I was coming from. His perspective was more like, well, if I don't build with a girl, then I'm not sure that she's going to be with me for anything other than my money when I'm successful. So let me try to explain the female psychology for girls who think like me. So I kind of have two pillars of thought when it comes to this. First pillar is that I feel like a lot of guys, when they're broke, they don't choose their dream woman. They pick the girl that fits their current lifestyle that they can like quote unquote afford. Then when they reach success, they finally have like this ginormous pool of girls who want them and they kind of get their pick of the litter. Now they can go for their dream woman. And by the way, I don't think every guy is like this. I'm well aware that there's many guys that blew up with their girlfriend or whatever, and that is the person they stick with forever. I think this really comes down to the fact that it's a personality trait. Are you a cheater or not? Is it your character to cheat and seek novelty or not? I recognize that. So the other pillar of thought that I have when it comes to this is that I feel like the guys psychologically don't want the woman who watched him struggle. I think they want to, but I think the guys that are still starting at zero and are building, they don't like who they are. And so when he reaches that level of success, he's always going to tie that old version that he's trying to escape to that woman. I think there's a lot of guys out there that don't want to be seen. I think a lot of guys want to be seen for that post glow up self. Want the woman who sees him as like this hero, who sees them as like this manly man. Not saying that a girl who builds won't see that. If anything, she actually might. She might respect him a lot for what he went through. But I think this has a lot to do with men's ego, and so many of these guys just don't want a woman that's seen that side of them. Again, not every guy. I am totally aware of that. And so when you combine these two main reasons, for me, it's not about gold digging or finding a guy that's super successful. To me, this is risk management. I don't think that most of us will be able to accurately assess how a person is going to change when he gets power and success. You know, a guy who's making 80K versus a guy who's making 800K, they don't have the same temptations, the same self-control battles, the same access to women. Their values might even change once they reach a certain level of success. There's not really a way to predict this. You can look at character, but people change a lot when they get power and money. And I don't want to be blindsided. I want to date somebody who's at his finished, stable state, who's already experienced some of this temptation and experienced a level of success. I also don't want somebody who's super successful, like very much at their peak of their career, because I think those guys also have a different psychology that I don't want to have to deal with. I'd rather meet somebody who's somewhat experienced success and is still building and working towards something. And I have no problem holding somebody down and like building with them there, but I need to see that they've already experienced a level of success where I know that they are kind of who they are at this point. And I need to know how they react and how they've behaved with all this new access that they have to women, to money, to power. I think at that point, a man's identity is a lot more solidified. So yeah, not looking to date for potential, not looking to take a gamble on who he might become. There's also the age factor. I'm 25. I don't want to build with somebody, then I've reached 30, he's reached success, and suddenly he's leaving me for the young 25-year-old, and I have to restart at square one, and I'm like older in the dating pool. So for these reasons, very quick summary, I will not be dating to build with somebody.
How many of you guys have ever played 2K? For the guys who don't play 2K, Madden. For the guys who don't play Madden, who's not playing Madden, what about, I'll get to that in a minute. What about, you could create a player in NBA Live, WrestleMania. You could do that in WrestleMania. I used to play WWF back then, No Mercy. WrestleMania, you can create a wrestler. You could, I think in Madden, you can create a player too, right? In Ready to Rumble, you can create a boxer, I think, right? And you can change and create their stats to how good you wanted them to be. Now, in some of these games, you have to work for it. You have to build it. You can't just go in there and put everything $99.99. That's only for like a select certain of things. But for a lot of these games, you kind of have to build and go through it. What I'm trying to say is, When we talk about the concept of a dream woman or a dream man, your dreams need to be built. Well, I just started off with a dream. I started off with really what you're talking about is a thought, a vision. I have an idea of what I want to do. Now I have to go out and build it. And when I get to the top, I look back and it's like, man, this all started with just a simple idea. Goodness. So when you're talking about men and their dream woman, that's not the woman, and it doesn't have to be the woman for a lot of these men that you see in front of you today. Saw a beautiful lady, I came up to her and I talked to her, and we've been inseparable ever since. I think a woman said that on a show the other day. She was like, I think they asked her how long she had known this guy. She was like, ever since I met him. It's like, how long ago was that? 10 years, I think. 10, 11 years, I think. Wow, y'all been together? Yep, we've been together for a pretty long time. And now, back then, I don't think we even knew that we were going to be performing together on a show. But now here we are on a major television network, on a major show that goes out to millions of people worldwide performing together. That is the dream. So when we talk about, once again, the dream, maybe we ought to consider that the man sees something and then he says, okay, I'm willing to work and build with this person so that I can get to the dream that I want.
I'm so annoyed that y'all have put me in the position to defend men, and I want to cuss all of y'all out because I don't want to defend men. I was at work the other night. I was behind the bar, and one of my homeboys, he got a little cute coin or whatever. He got a little cute coin. A girl walks up to the bar and she's like, hey, how you doing? Can I get a Malibu and pineapple? I'm like, yeah, girl, of course. Not a problem. I'm getting her the Malibu and pineapple. And I hear him, the girl's pretty, by the way. She's gorgeous, beautiful. Yes. I hear him say, oh, what are you drinking? Y'all, the girl turned to him and goes, why? You gonna buy it for me? Are y'all okay? I can't stand defending men. I hate when they are right. But are y'all okay? Because the correct answer to that would have been Malibu and pineapple. What you drinking? And that's how you get your drink bought. What's wrong with y'all? Why? You gonna buy my drink? Are y'all cool? Is you cool? This is why. And then y'all will get on here and be like, the men not doing nothing no more. They're not doing nothing no more because look how you talking. Relax. Even me. Loud, rough, aggressive me. Even I know, like, hey, babe, calm down. That transaction should have went way different. It should have been, what you drinking? Malibu and pineapple. What are you drinking? What's that? Okay. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Why? You gonna buy my drink? Is y'all cool? Calm down, Respucia. The fuck?
Thank you. That's it. Modern, and this is what men talk about when they say femininity. Women don't have any softness. They don't have any finesse to their game. They don't have any of that. So a man doesn't want you. You have to think about some of these athletes out here that the people who are sought after, they can do both. They have a combination of both. If you have a lineman, oh man, he's got a combination of power to where he can really move the lineman out of the way. The pass, if he's on defense, he can move the offensive lineman out of the way. He's strong enough to do that, but he's also got speed. So he's got nifty moves if his strength doesn't work to be able to go around the defender with flat out speed. Same thing for a defensive back or when you have a quarterback. Now he can sit in the pocket and he can really throw it, but you can call him also another threat to run with his legs and and this and that. So you really like those people who can do a combination of things. So if you can be a boss babe and go out there and really seize the day, fantastic. But at the same time, I need you to have a combination of being able to come home and be soft and relax and know how to be a woman to me. You need to be able to access, just like you're telling a man, you need to be able also to access both parts of yourself.
A lot of men got their panties in a twist because I said you immediately assume a woman's a hoe when she's wearing skimpy clothing because you can only view her as a sexual object. And then they got in my comments and then proved my point. Even if a woman is butt fucking naked, she wouldn't touch you with a 5-foot fucking pole because wearing skimpy clothes does not equate to being easy. Just because you find her attractive or sexy does not make her a hoe. Do not blame the woman or try to justify calling her names just because you can't understand the concept of consent. Men are half naked for a whole lot less, and it's the type of shit that you would never say to another fucking man.
Well, I guess after all that, I still want to know if you're going to go in there and put some clothes on. Just go put some clothes on. Well, she's not this, she's not that. Okay, then, great. Now go put some clothes on. Well, listen, that's not happening. Fantastic. Go put some clothes on. I don't want to hear nothing else.
I met the love of my life, and I almost divorced his ass in 6 months, being real stupid and silly. Actually, we both filed for divorce. Let's talk about the struggles of being a new young wife. First thing I can tell you as a new wife, I know this is going to be a hard practice, but shut your mouth. Shut up. Now, I know some of y'all going to say, oh, you got to shut up because you married? What, is he silencing you? No, sis, I'm not saying shut up. I'm saying pick your battles, and sometimes pick them quietly. Understand, when you became one with your husband, that means you became one. Y'all are one. You have to literally die to your old self. You don't want to do that yet. What does die to my old self mean? Because I'm very much still alive. Simply means adjustments. You got to make a lot of adjustments. Again, heavy on your one now. Know your spicy attitude isn't passion. It's a nasty attitude. That has to die for your husband. Confrontational spirits hidden by passion. You're not passionate, sis. You just got an attitude problem. Lose it. Quick gem. Successful top tier men, they just want peace. They don't want anything else. You can't do anything else for them besides bring them peace. Mistake I made, me and my husband going through issues, telling my friends about it. Don't do it. Lying to yourself is hard, okay? You spent your whole life talking, probably talking too much, getting the last word, being overly opinionated, being emotionally unstable. Some people settle for that, but this person married you, they're not going for it. Passive aggressive attitude. Most black men, when you do that, it reminds them of somewhat what they grew up with their mom, their siblings. They married you. They don't want to feel with the trauma from childhood. And I'm about to say something that's probably gonna hurt y'all feelings. Black successful men do marry black women. But my girls, let's be for real. Let's talk about it. I already know, sis, life was not easy for us. And along the way, we formed a little neck roll that we can't get rid of. Because life was hard doesn't give you the right to be rude, a bitch, confrontational, nasty attitude, uncooperative. Any of those things. You're married now, sis, so you're joining with one. It should be a peaceful harmony, right? Which means you have to die to yourself with all the ugly things that do not create peace. Let's talk about the maybe I rule. If there's conflict going on in your marriage, in your home, silently to yourself, not out loud to your husband, ask yourself, maybe I am understanding this wrong. Maybe I am processing this wrong. Maybe I am being overly emotional. Maybe I am not listening. If you silently ask yourself the maybe I's and then go in a corner and process them before you respond, you will see that maybe I can do something to meet him more in the middle versus pushing the confrontation. I did not say you cannot have an opinion. I never said that. I said, stop, process your emotions, okay? You married now. You basically just said, I love you for the rest of your life, my life, no matter what we go through. Me not really understanding the real concept of marriage, I was thinking like, oh, Dwight, you're doing this. I don't like this. I'm gonna flee. I'm gonna run. Listen, y'all. You ain't ready for marriage if that's the way you think it.
And really, honestly and truly, a lot of this, if not all of this, would go for a man. This is what modern women or women in general are expecting from their man. I'm expecting you to be able to compromise. I'm expecting for you to be able to control your emotions and to be disciplined. So why, in reverse, does it not make sense for you to exhibit the behaviors that you want from a man?
Dreaming?
Yeah.
You Nah, what's the name of that girl you fucked at the stream with you?
What are you talking about? Why you hung up so fast? Why you let him finish?
You said I can no longer be here.
Yeah, you can't. I can't deal with you. I have to detach. I have to heal. I got to deal with all.
What the fuck do you think I have to do?
I can't do it.
What the fuck do you think I have to do?
It's easy for you. You're a woman. It's always easier for a woman.
Oh, it's easy for you. Bro, I'ma post this for shit show. I'ma post this and I'ma be good. I'ma be good just because you fucking said that shit, bro. I'ma be good just because you fucking said that shit. The fact that because I'm no longer putting up with your fucking shit that you're telling me I need to get the fuck out right now, and you know I don't have anywhere to go, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. You're fucked up because you're mad that I don't want to be with you no more and I want a divorce. So you're telling me I need to get out right now when we're not even going down to the courthouse like we said until Thursday.
We can go tomorrow.
You gonna pay the $400?
I'll find a way. Don't worry.
Okay, then we can go tomorrow. We can go tomorrow and I'll be out. I'll figure out a way. God got me.
I'm thinking that maybe she thought that this was going to make her look a little bit better than it actually did. But apparently people in the comments disagreed with it.
And why did you pop your balloon?
She's just not my flavor. I'm big into health and fitness, and she's not, so just respectfully.
I love all my finest, and you don't have to. I'm good.
God be with you.
Is he someone that's your type? And what's not your type?
He too bougie for me. I like a down-to-earth female, and he's too uppity for me.
Almost all straight men don't think about aesthetic at all. They put on clothes that fit and are functional. They put on pants and shoes, and then they walk out the door, and a jacket, and it's all utility. And then if they're like, I don't have a jawline, they do a beard. And if they do have a jawline, they tend to keep it shortly cut. And that's kind of it. Men should actually work towards having a very cohesive and intentional aesthetic, right? So they're picking specific colors of clothing that work well with their like skin tone and like sometimes even emphasize like certain parts about their personality. I think beard grooming is important. And this is where probably we disagree. I'm okay with men wearing very subtle amounts of makeup.
That's where we no. Okay. Oh, no, you just slipped it in there. Weasley Evans right there. I just saw what you did because I just remembered the conversation. It was not about men's aesthetic. It was about whether, no.
This is about men's aesthetic.
No.
Woman should be president?
No. No, because a woman will have a monthly and she'll drop the atom bomb. Oh, I mean.
I still think the president, a man is more powerful in that position than a woman.
Men, why women don't want to split the bill with you? Why when you take her out to dinner, she doesn't want to think about it? If she's having to think about it, if she's having to select the restaurant, and then on top of that, she's having to split the bill 50-50, I'm going to tell you where she is not. She is not and cannot be in her feminine energy. So immediately you are showing her a sign that you are not safe. Because there's a part of you that knows it's true. You're just afraid to face it. That's why your woman wants you to lead. Your woman wants you to pick the restaurant. And then your woman wants you to pay for the bill. Why? Because that is masculine energy. And as long as you are in the fullness of your masculine energy, she can step into the fullness of her feminine energy. Only then can the true polarity in a relationship be ignited.
False. Let's just call it ace and a spade a spade. You need to start paying for dinner. You need to start contributing to dinners. You need to start contributing to the relationship. Period. End of story. Modern women never want to do anything. You don't want to do anything, but you want if I got to split a bill. Y'all talk about it as if it's the worst thing ever. Y'all make it seem like somebody then just ran over your foot. That's not the end of the world. If a man's what if a man held y'all to that standard? Well, I mean, this is why I want you to cook. This is why I want you to show me. How about this? I'll take the lead. How about this? We go on the first date. It goes well. That second date, you're going to be either paying for me or you're going to be cooking for me. You want somebody, check this, you want somebody to come in, pay for the bill, plan a date, do all that stuff. It's your move. First move. Connect four, checkers, chess, whatever it is. It's your move first. You go. You go first. You're supposed to be the champion or whatever, and you call yourself an alpha male. You go first. Okay. I made my first move. I took you out. Maybe not sent an Uber, but we met there. I was a perfect gentleman to you. I paid the bill. You never even heard about it, thought about it, seen it. You just kept on talking. You had a good time. Did you have a good time? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's go on a second date. What do you think? Yeah, I would like to. Okay, second date is on you. Second date in this climate, second date is on you. Show me something. Show me what you got. Cook for me, or take me out. Let me see what you got. But too many times, modern women sit up there and they be out here doing everything else and functioning just fine in their masculine, if that's what you want to call it. But then when they get to, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. When they get to a man, then all of a sudden it's, well, I don't want to be too much in my masculine. You got me all in my masculine because you're making me pay and this and that, and you're just making me do all of these things, and so now I'm turned off. And let me ask you something: are you turned off by that money? Boss babe, girl boss, are you turned off by that money? No, you're not. When you meet with a client, man, woman, boy, girl, or dog, you can be in your, oh, thank you so much. Oh, stop. Oh, you bought me a present. Thank you so much. I'm so flattered. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. You're in your feminine then. Ain't no talk about no feminine. Ain't no talk about no masculine until it gets to stuff that you don't want to do. That's interesting. When your girlfriends come over, or your parents come over and that trash is full, you go in there and take that trash out. And you take it right out and dump it down that chute. You take it right out, put it right outside by that door. And if your girl, hold on, girl, let me go ahead and take this trash out. So, oh, girl, I mean, I had an experience, like everything in the store, beautiful, beautiful. And the sales, fantastic. The sales team, I mean, to die for. You hadn't left your feminine yet. You hadn't left your softness yet. You're still behaving and acting as a woman while taking that trash out. Imagine that. Imagine that. Until it comes to doing something that you don't want to do.
You're a bad friend. You use her. Hold on. Let me break it down. You use her to make yourself look better so you can get all the boys. Because they ain't have no other option. It's two options. You're a fat bitch and then you got the skinny pretty girl. No, we're not doing that. Be a good friend. Take her to the gym. Shut up. Take her to the gym. Make her lose weight, and I bet you she pulls more than you. Facts. Now listen, you, the big girl, stop letting her use you. She's using you to make herself look better. That's what women do. They're fucking deep like that. Yeah, I know you're looking at her like, yeah, don't skip me. Don't skip me. Let me fucking talk. Lose some weight. You'll probably get some more. Right now, you're too big to be fucking cheeks.
I'm being so fucking serious. The next man that enters my life, he is required to take me out on 3 dates before he gets a sleepover and before he gets my clothes off. Okay, I'm being so fucking for real right now because here's the thing. As soon as you spend the night with a man, not even doing anything, they stop asking you out on dates. Then, once you sleep with them, they don't want anything to fucking do with you anymore, which, like, whatever. I'm tired of men sexualizing me and objectifying me. Yeah, I've made it very easy for them to do that in the past, but, like, I'm done. I'm seriously fucking done. Like, hookup culture is fun for, like, 5 minutes. I miss connection.
I was just about to say, I know I done seen some videos of you talking reckless and talking about that's what you wanted. So, man, they don't know when to be quiet. I'll just say it like that.
I miss connection. I miss having feelings. I miss being yearned for. I miss yearning. I can't just keep getting obsessed with a man for a week or two and then moving on to the next one. It's too exhausting and it's honestly like mentally draining. So seriously, the next guy that enters my life, he has to take me on 3 dates. Not sleepovers, not hang outside his apartment. He has to take me to in-person public activity dates, whether it's dinner, whether it's going on a walk, something. I am tired of a man being like, let's go on 1 date, and then you can come over, and you can just come over every time you want to hang out. No. What happened to romance? I want romance! Anyways, celibacy era is going great so far. So good.
I'm convinced that she's joking. That's all there is to it. I'm convinced that she's joking. This is not serious. I take back everything I said. This is a joke.
I'm gonna give y'all the God honest truth. Happy holidays, everyone. Some really don't be broke. Some really just be confused. Cause I'd be confused. Cause what? Y'all bitches kids is what, about 4 to 8 years old now? 4 to 8 years ago, you posted a twerk video, a picture or something. Your baby father commented and said, and I quote, "Damn, that ass is fat," end quote. And I'm gonna tell you what you bitches did not reply. You didn't reply A, plan a date. You didn't reply B, you gotta take me out, get my hair done before I reply to you. You didn't say none of that. What did y'all bitches say? It's not even that fat, LOL. Then it took that 3 hours and 37 minutes because he said, and I quote, "I don't even do this Instagram shit. Can you just send me your number?" End quote. Then it took that 19 hours to convince you to come to his crib. Then it took that 2 blunts with grabber, 1 without, and a bottle of, since this is 4 to 8 years ago, Casamigos to get you to fuck. So, back to what I was saying, really don't be broke, they be confused, because why did that do nothing for you? And now I gotta do everything for you. And I know what y'all bitches is gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I can't want to upgrade my life. I don't want better for myself." You should have been wanting better for yourself. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I hate y'all high sedity bitches think y'all above everybody. Bitch, it took that nothing to get you. Less than 7 days. Less than 72 hours. Don't be broke. They be confused.
We as women get way too many passes. I'm tired of hearing the excuse of, "Oh, we're just emotional." If you could be mindful at work, you could be mindful at home. Get the fuck out of here. Act like you have some damn sense.
And yes, I said that's a move. Let me tell the camera, since you're recording me, I said that I'm on my period and I'm a bitch because I'm PMSing. And every time I'm on my period and I'm a bitch, he gets upset and then says he doesn't want to be with me anymore. And yes, I said that's a move.
Right.
That's what I said.
So I'm letting you know right now, and it's documented on here, that we'll be getting a separation. You're more than welcome to stay here during it if you'd like. Bills will continue to get paid, but I'm not answering to you anymore.
Please just hug me. And please stop recording me.
You're going to jail today.
Why? Why
I don't want you here.
Can you stop it?
I'm going to give you 2 options. You can leave this home on your own accord, or I can...
I have nowhere to go, Joe.
Figure it out.
You said that there's nothing I can do to rock you.
Figure it out.
Please don't do this to me. I don't have anywhere to go. Please, babe, please. I don't have anywhere to go. No, I don't have it. And yes, I said that's a move.
Yeah, they out here. They continue to act stupid. Fake humbleness. Fake, "Oh, I love you so much." Stop acting stupid. You need a reality check. At some point in time, that man's going to get tired of that foolishness.
I hate when y'all say, "I'm not doing wifely duties for a man," and it just be cooking. What? Since when does wifely duties begin and end in the kitchen? We're talking about cooking? We're not talking about praying for a man, reminding him about annual checkups, sewing that hole in his pants that he ripped at work, reminding him that his car insurance is due on the 15th. We're not talking about none of that.
We talking about practice.
We just talking about cooking. If you have a sentimental attachment to cooking, I'm not talking about y'all. But if you're just doing it out of spite because you still ain't got a ring, that's no bueno. I'm talking about that woman who act like she can't make that man a plate of her shrimp Alfredo because that's wifely duties. Well, what about the husband duties? What if that man decided, you know what? I don't want to pay for everything. I don't want to stand on the outside of the curb in case a car jumps the sidewalk and hits both of us. It's an intruder in the middle of the night and I don't want to protect you because that's husbandly duties. He gonna do all that for a girl who can't even make him a plate of her Alfredo? Some women will tell you they do not want to do wifely duties, but expect their man to do husband duties. Reciprocate. You have to be willing to do one to get the other. I say this with love and a hit dog going holler. A majority of the women who I see complaining that they don't want to cook for a man because it's wifely duties are women who can't cook. Once you get the flick of the wrist, you don't care.
You guys expect men to throw money at you for no fucking reason. That's why they don't want to fucking provide. That's why they don't want to fucking protect. Because you're bums. You're bums, okay? Also, and this goes for every fucking body, y'all need to fucking pick a corner, take a fucking seat, and just work on your damn selves. This generation is fucked up because everyone is out here dating each other through trauma. Y'all carrying trauma, dating each other. Here's fucking dummy number 1 and dummy number 2 just fucking dating and fucking each other, energy exchanging, traumas, and traumatizing each other. We can't even blame our fucking parents because motherfuckers are out here traumatizing each other. Take a fucking seat. Be single for a while. Work on your fucking selves. Y'all don't realize it's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that you attract what you don't want and what you left behind because you're not getting the concept of a life lesson. Oh, you don't realize the people that traumatized you, their purpose in your life was to traumatize you into a life lesson. But since you're so fucking closed-minded and so fucking self-centered, you carry that trauma with you onto the next person and you try to fucking traumatize them before they traumatize you because you're in fear of them possibly traumatizing you with the what ifs they're like that person. This is why I can't date. This is why I can't date now. Because y'all don't fucking get it. No one fucking gets it. Unless you're on this level with me, you're not gonna fucking get it. And here I am. I'm going to be that fat ass fucking mirror right in front of your fucking face. This is why I don't have friends either. Because people say some stupid shit like that to me. I'm going to reflect back to you and be like, bitch, hold on. Just take a look at yourself. Okay? Take a look at yourself. All right? That's it. That's all.
So somebody on Instagram asked me, Shaz, what is it like being with a secure man? So I said, as a secure, confident woman, being with a secure man is like the most boring thing ever. There are no roller coasters. There's no excitement. There's no nervousness. There's no heart palpating or heart racing. There's no ups and downs. But also there's no tears. There's no half-hearted promises. There's no gaslighting. There's no manipulation. There's no anxiety. There is consistency and 100% commitment. You see, a lot of men know how to chase. They don't know how to commit. When you're with a secure, confident man, he's all about the commitment. He's got the future in mind. So for me, that was the best thing ever. I love knowing exactly how the rest of my life is going to look, having no anxiety about it. And yet there is joy. There's peace, there's happiness, because I've been a lover girl for pretty much a good chunk of my life, but that made me a super anxious person, which people often manipulated. That made me insecure. And now when I became a more confident, secure woman, I actually didn't want people who were going to take me on an up and down ride. No, I actually wanted people who were going to keep me stable and consistent, who were going to add to that piece, who were going to multiply it with me. So this is your sign that if you're dating somebody who makes you feel like everything is so boring, I know exactly how he's going to be tomorrow, good. That's exactly what you need. That's what's going to help you become more consistent, regulated, and calm so that you don't make choices out of an emotional place. They want you to have boundaries because they have boundaries themselves. You don't want to be with people who plant buttons in you and then push them to see you react like a little monkey and play with you. This is the kind of confidence you want to build, and hit the link in the bio.
I'm cool with being my man's slave. I'm cool with being his everything. Y'all be in my comments like, oh, he's still gonna cheat. And if he do that, what that gotta do with me? You think I'm gonna stop treating a person the way they should be treated based on a theory, based on something that might not ever happen because you think it's gonna happen or because it happened to you before? You think I'm gonna stop pleasing my man and being his everything and making him love me even more every day because of something that might not ever happen? You guys live off of fear. I don't live off of fear. I live in the moment. In the moment, I'm happy. In the moment, I feel good. In the moment, I want him to feel good. In the moment, I just want to be his everything. I am a pleaser. I'm okay with just making him happy all day. I'm okay with just doing the little things to make him excited. I want him to come home and yearn for me. I want him to be at work and think about me. I want every moment for him to be like, damn, man, I miss my baby. She's my everything. When he's stuck in his thoughts, I want him to come to me to help him, you know what I'm saying, deliberate whatever's in his mind. That's a thrill that I get out of my man. Like, I love it. Tighten up.
What year were you born in?
75.
You don't talk like a 45-year-old woman.
I don't.
No, I feel like I'm talking to a 20-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
I'm asking a fully grown woman, what do you want? And it's like you're struggling to tell me. You're a married woman and a widow with 2 kids. You should be fully grown and be able to articulate what it is you want what fits you, what you need for your kids and the rest of your life. You are almost 50.
Oh my God.
What does God have to do with it? All you need is a clock and a calendar. What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, I see what you're saying here. I see exactly what you're saying here. Yes, I do know what I want.
Okay.
So how do I go about?
I don't know what it is you want. Okay, seriously, ma'am. I'm seriously, ma'am. I'm about 2 seconds away from putting you off my channel. Are you trolling me or are you being serious?
I'm totally being serious.
Well, if you're totally being serious, this is pathetic because I'm serious. Talk to me like a 45-year-old woman that could be somebody's grandmother. I mean, you're laughing like, be serious, ma'am. You're a widow. What do you want? What do you need?
Well, I'm looking for a good man to be a husband to me and to be a father to my children and someone who could support.
What is he going to get from that? What is he going to get from you?
A beautiful wife.
Hold on. Beautiful wife. How tall are you?
5'4".
Dress size?
6.
That's your picture?
That's a 10-year-old picture. But I still look like that.
Beautiful women don't have 10-year-old pictures, ma'am.
Why are you in couples therapy with that man? This is literally the 7th to 8th woman that I have coached or encountered over the last 60 days that is in couples therapy or couples counseling with their boyfriend, and I'm ready to fucking talk about it, okay? Hi, my name is Tasia. I'm a confidence and dating coach, and I teach women how to control their emotions so that their emotions don't control them. This is why I have 2 degrees and I keep it here, okay? Y'all are so overhealed and so fake fucking woke in this world, okay, that you make everything up here and it's always down here. My content is for the everyday listener, okay? Big sister relationship advice, straight talk relationship advice. All you healed hoes, you healthy hoes, and you therapy hoes, y'all could go on, baby, because I'm tired of you, okay? It ain't that deep. Tyrone doesn't need couples therapy with you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't want to be with you. He has unresolved childhood trauma. He's a liar and he's a cheater, okay? He has shown no proven trajectory to marriage. He can't put the toilet seat down. He doesn't need couples therapy. He doesn't want to be with you. And it's always the woman paying for it, okay? In this economy, you're paying for Tyrone to go to couples therapy with you. In this economy, when people EBT card getting cut off. The government is furloughed. And you're paying for couples therapy. Okay? You want to know what you're communicating to this man? When you're willing to take a stray dog baby off the street and take him to couples therapy, that you're willing to do anything. And I've tried to tell y'all for the last 7 years that men don't want the women that are willing to do anything, okay? You want to know where you're going to find your man? Okay, you're going to find him down the street with Keisha, who is a woman that inspired change, who had a backbone, who ran a strict fucking program, who had a standard, okay? Who did not reinforce bad behavior. That's where you're going to find him. And I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Don't piss me off. And if I'm wrong, put me out of business.